is the podcast.
This is not TGWPIS Racing. Oh, I'll have something I have to add into the news section, so we'll talk about it in news.
Okie dokie.
We can actually talk about it in news before we talk about the obvious thing that we're going to have to talk about in news.
Yeah, that's fair. That is very fair. So, hello, guys and girls and other peoples in the world. How you doing? It's time for the TGWPIS podcast. Yes, we are back. One of us raring to go, James?
I just drank this.
And one of us still kind of like going Irish.
And now I'm drinking this.
Fair. That's fair.
Last night I had these.
What's the beer's not come out yet? Oh no, the Pepsi.
I don't
the
drink
taste regeneration. Good lad. Good lad.
I put all my empty calories into caffeinated drinks. Why do I need to waste it on alcohol?
Fair. That's a fair point. Though I do miss drinking alcohol or be having the ability and choice to drink. Hello, Kimmy. Good morning. Welcome in, everybody. It is time for the Game One Player Self podcast. I am our team maker, aka Will McKellar. Joining me, as always, fresh from his vacation, but not a year older. No, that's me now. It's James Atkinson.
I'm probably still grayer than you.
No, oh. the gray's sort of different. Yeah, we are. The beard is definitely outgrayed you.
Yeah, no, you've got gray beard. I have salt and pepper hair. I've got it on the head more than you've got it. So.
And somewhere lurking, no doubt, it's the smoothest voice for the smoothest taste of drink there is. It's coffee night. It will be somewhere around the place, no doubt.
It's the coffee night. See, he made it so perfect of a name that you don't even have to and it's the coffee night.
I just like giving him a bit more of a bigger build up as well, though, you know. So today on the show, what have we got for you? Well, got a content dump. It might be quite hefty. Some what we've been playing and a little bit of extra life news because we have made a couple of tweak here and there. Oh yeah. So, James, you were saying about a bit of news before we go into the obvious one.
Yeah, it's a minor thing, but I think given the way that the world is going, it's something that we need to discuss.
Okay.
TGWPIS is now available on your Alexa and Amazon devices. So you can now say, Alexa, play the Game Won't Play Itself podcast, and we'll be in your ear holes.
Sweet. I like this. That's cool.
We're on Amazon podcast. We're on Amazon's music store now. So now there is really no way you cannot listen and watch us.
You can't avoid us now.
We've literally slapped this thing everywhere. And I've tested it last night. It does work. My dulcet tones came right out for everybody to listen to. So yeah, it is there. We're everywhere and every place. The only place we're not is Pandora, and I just because I don't want to have to fill out like the sheet that you have to for that. It's just ridiculous.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, you can get us loads and loads of places. So, hey, you take that podcast, you take it with you wherever you go, even if you wanted to stay home because we're in a pandemic, people, and just let us cleanse your bad days.
So let's play a little podcast trivia. What is the number one country that this podcast is listened to in?
I would say the United States.
You would be correct. Obviously, this is the last 30 days. So we're going to go with the last 30 days. What is the number two country?
Was it like Belgium or something?
No, but it's near Belgium.
What, Germany? Holland?
Nope.
Oh wait, no, it's like Norway or something, isn't it? Because it's not England, because England is first.
South of Germany, south of Norway, west of Germany.
Go on, tell us.
C'est parlez-vous français?
Wow, France. Hello, people in France.
9 listens in France in the last 30 days.
Wow.
I'm just assuming it's one of our friends from the UK on holiday. just a guess, or maybe they're in Gibraltar. Then comes the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
But who's 4?
So number 4. Where would number 4 be?
I'll give you a
Japan.
Japan is 6th.
Wow.
I'll give you a hint. It is a country that spans 2 continents. Not too many.
Russia?
Russia.
Wow. We're in Russia. Hi. Hello, Russia.
And I don't think you'll get number 5, so I'll let you know. Tied at 5th with Japan is Colombia.
Sweet. I like we're international. Hello, people. We love that you're listening in. We hope that we're entertaining you each and every week.
But the international listeners have to kind of bump their game up a little bit, because the United States is at 30, and then like France is at 9.
Yeah, tell your friends in France. Tell your friends everywhere around the world that we are a podcast. You can listen to us live.
See, and by the way, Sweden would always get downloads because that is where Spotify is headquartered. So when they were pulling the data for Spotify,
yeah,
that's where they would pull it to. So that their one download from Sweden would be Spotify taking the podcast. They've changed the data analytics now, so that doesn't happen. But yeah, apparently we're big in California in the United States.
I'll take it.
California, Texas, Illinois, Wisconsin, Massachusetts, and Florida.
Sweet. Thank you very much. We love you very much. We love the fact that you listen to us.
I am surprised at some of these numbers. I don't know if I can get statistics worldwide, if I can, or all time. I can get statistics all time. Good news, Will. United Kingdom, for the last 24 months, so the last 2 years, United Kingdom is number 2.
Hey, much more like it. Much more like it.
Behind the United States, then Sweden, Ireland, and then Denmark.
Nice.
Hello, our friends from Copenhagen.
Yes.
Cool. So that's the little bit of podcasting news for you. We're on Amazon Music. I mean, we're on Amazon now. We're on Twitch. Like right now. Not then, but now.
When?
Exactly. So, we're on Amazon just all the time now. Amazon and Google. You can find us all the places. Like youtube.com/TGWPIS, where there's tons of content that I'm not creating anymore for a while.
Yeah. That's okay, because we've got backup for one of our content creator friends, Gio, who is doing the business on YouTube at the moment. And so we have to salute him for that, because it's like, well played, man. You get the content out there, and we appreciate you and we love you for it.
I go away, I stop creating content, and more people start watching. So it just goes, maybe I don't need to do this.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Poke you with the stick. Yes, you do. Now, while you were away, though, Twitch decided to do a little experimental test that got people up the wrong way, including myself.
Yep.
Now, Twitch's test. Now, we know about ads. We know they're an inconvenience to us, but they're one that draws companies money. Yeah, we know this.
They draw us money too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fair. They draw us money as well.
Not much money, admittedly, but they draw us money. Now, Twitch had the idea of trying adverts popping up on people watching streams who are not subbed to people's channels midway through a live stream. Not the start, not the end, not in between when you go between raids, but during the middle of it. Now, people like myself put out an uproar because, again, putting ads in the middle of a live stream, you could miss things. Some of them could be very important. Like, as I said to a friend yesterday in a conversation, now this one is a far stretch, I do grant you, alright? What if someone in your channel is having mental health issues and is on the verge of the edge, and you're talking to them to at least try to give them time for someone to call help for them, right? You're talking to them, and then suddenly, boom, an advert goes on, and you're in the top there. They can't hear you. Not a great thing, is it? Would it be? That's, and again, I grant that's a rare potential. You know, in the list of things, that would be sort of low down on the list. But in kind of that sort of ballpark of it interrupting something important, someone was watching and streaming the Sony showcase on Thursday. Wednesday. And it was in the middle of the Hogwarts Legacy trailer. Boom! Advert comes up.
I mean, there's a whole nother... That's a whole nother thing to unpack with the Hogwarts Legacy trailer.
Oh.
That's a whole different animal we'd have to deal with there.
Yeah. But it shows the point of the stupidity of this. Now, people have come up on Twitter and there's been big conversations saying, well, you know, Amazon's after more money, Twitch isn't performing as well as they think it could do, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you can't stream for free. The servers are not for free. You know, this service they're providing for us for free, blah, blah, blah. Now, I get that. However, we as streamers are not doing this for free either. Okay? We're giving our time, we're giving our effort to put on entertainment for people. For no matter what reason, we're doing that because, one, we enjoy it, but two, the bonus of that enjoyment is there's potential in there of getting not only us revenue, but Twitch revenue too. Through either adverts at the start, if we put them on, adverts at the end, or through generous people taking their time and putting their hands in their wallets and going, you know what? You've done a good enough job here. Amazon do get a share of that for putting a server up so we can use it. It's just them wanting more. And while I understand that it's a business, putting it during a live broadcast would be like, and again, this is something that even Tracker 57, hello matey, if you're listening, said, you know, during the royal wedding of Prince William, yeah? What if that moment that everybody just wants to watch, apparently, the moment where they kiss, yeah, the first kiss as a married couple, and it cuts to an advert, or something you might, this one would be up your street. There was an FA Cup final years ago on ITV over here, which is the commercial channel here. It was going into extra time, and I think it was actually Everton versus Tottenham he was on about.
If it was in 08, then probably that's when Tottenham last won the FA Cup.
I think it was more... I'm not sure whether it was 08, but it was during the time that ITV was showing it, so it may well have been. So they go to extra time. Now, not all the regions in the UK went to adverts, but some of them did. And the ones who did missed the goal. So they came back, and the goal was scored. During a live broadcast, it's silly.
So, I'm going to play devil's advocate, like I always do here.
Yes.
And I thought somebody came up with a great idea to fix this while still keeping the adverts.
Yeah.
Do I feel that mid-roll ads are going to become a part of Twitch? Yes. Do I think if they give creators control of having the mid-roll ads, so opting into them, I think that's a thing. So if I look at this, right, immediately number one, mid-roll ads. If Twitch comes and says, hey, because remember they also had a kerfuffle where they gave people mid-roll ad permissions to be able to do it as an accident and then pulled it back. So it's something Twitch is thinking about. Here are my two solutions to this problem. Number one, Twitch says you're gonna, you have to do mid-roll ads, or you have to, or you can do mid-roll ads, but they give you, the streamer, the ability to. They already have the ability to have us take ad breaks, but they tell you when you can decide to do the ad break, the mid-roll, which means as you as the streamer can then decide, okay, hey guys, we've been live for an hour and a half. We're gonna do our our mid-roll ad break here. I'm gonna get up, go take a piss, get something to drink, stretch for 60 minutes, or make it a part of the stream where you're like, okay, we're doing this. We're gonna do 60-minute mid-roll ads. Everybody get up and stretch and stand up, and then you go in the upper right-hand corner while they show the ad, and you stretch, and everybody in the stream gets up and stretch. And guess what? It's a health thing. Everybody does something healthy. They get up and stand. But if they give the content creator the control of when it happens, that eases a lot of the pressure off, because then you can make it so it happens at a point when they're not losing out on viewership content. Because besides in the one FA Cup thing, in football and any sporting event you see nowadays, when do they do ads? When there's a downtime in play. There's never a not and stop in action, and that's what I look at it, and that's what I equate Twitch to, and watching Twitch streamers. Whenever there's a stoppage in action in a sporting event is when the ads play. And in some cases, they do exactly that. They split the screen. You have what the streamer's doing on the one hand side, and then they have the ad running on the other side. And it's not like a small or a big, but it's there. So that's an option. And I would be perfectly okay with that. Have mid-roll ads, but have it be in the control of the streamer. And then also maybe say, if you run in... Let's be honest, most people would probably say, well, why would I do that? Maybe incentivize it and say maybe instead of the current cut that you get on ad revenue, they make it so it's a more lucrative cut of the ad revenue. To
maybe make that 50-50 as well.
Yeah. Or maybe they can 40-60 or something like that. But make it more lucrative. Say if you run mid-roll ads, you do that. Now, would people say streamers are money grubbing, blah, blah, blah? Yeah, but at the same time, if you can focus it in a way to have it do it, to just do it that way, you would do it. We would do it. If we're going to say if we're going to roll, but we'd be if we're going to roll a mid-roll ad, it's going to be after this many minutes. Hell, it'd be in our F1 streams. Hey, qualifying's done, guys. We're going to roll a mid-roll ad here because me and Will are going to get up, go use the bathroom, and stretch because, we're about to do 45 laps at a minute a lap. I'm going to be sitting here for 45 minutes having to concentrate really hard for a while. I want to get up and stretch before I do that. But you guys don't want me to see Hideo Kojima just staring at you while music plays. We'll roll an ad or two. That's fine. Option number 2. Now, Will, tell me what you would think about this. You know how sometimes when they roll ads, streaming goes in the upper right-hand corner? Right?
Yeah.
Muted, but there. So you can kind of see what's happening. What if, instead of rolling mid-roll ads, instead they have the stream constantly going?
Yeah.
Never stops. But in that section where you would have us be minimized, they just have kind of a constant ad loop going all the time. Yeah. Where people can, it's just an ad space on the panel.
YouTube does that.
Yeah, but it's just an ad space right there. So the ads are running all the time. And if a streamer decides they want to do a mid-roll ad, guess what happens? They swap.
Yeah.
I think that's the solution. Because if you can tell me that there's because look at your standard Twitch page right now, right? If you look at your standard, I'm pulling up our channel page right now for me to look at, because I don't look at the channel page that often. let's be fair. Here real quick for something. Twitch devotes almost the entirety of your page to you. They don't put anything that is theirs on here.
No. The only thing they really do is either the logo or the follow channels. Now that follow channels bit, could potentially move and be the advert, like a banner advert.
No,
because then you've still got your stuff on the right hand side. You've still got your bits in the middle.
I say you don't even do that. You take stream chat here on the right hand side.
Yeah.
You move it down 3-4 centimeters. No, sorry, not centimeters. I'm thinking like 2 inches. So you move it down like 10 centimeters, right? And you just make that another little video box, and there you go. Stick it right there. Done. Now this raises the question. Okay, that works if you're watching Twitch on PC. What do you do for mobile?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a different story altogether. I don't have a solution for mobile. But then again, if you look at mobile, I don't know how many people watch. I know a lot of people do watch people on mobile. I know that there's people who specifically only watch us on their phones. So, I mean, that's another thing entirely. I don't know how they would work mobile, but mobile tends to be a different animal altogether than this. Because, let's be honest, as much as it is easy to get angry at this, it's also easy to just block the ads. You can put an ad blocker on and then never worry about it.
There's a couple that seems to bypass them, apparently, from what I read around the internet. So I don't know how true that is. But it's also another thing, though, that Twitch have been doing for, the actual viewers to control when they get adverts during streams. And that was the bits. Get bits for watching an ad.
Yeah. They still do that, by the way. You still can watch streams and get bits for watching ads.
In the US, it's piss simple. It's there on browser, it's there on mobile. In the UK, trying to get that happening, it's a ball ache. It's an absolute ball ache. I've got a couple via the mobile phone. Can't do it on the browser though. Really can't. And there you get bits like, let's say 10, 15 bits for an advert. How much is Twitch and Amazon getting for that?
It's probably the same conversion that you're getting for a streamer. I mean, essentially you're getting what, 10, 15 cents?
I think it's less than that. I think we're only getting about 3-4 cents an advert.
Well, no, I mean, like when you do an ad like that, when you get 10, 15 bits, it's 10, 15 cents. Yeah, it makes sense. I think the big thing they're talking about it, like Amazon thinks that Twitch can, in its own right, earn about $1 billion a year in ad revenue.
Yeah.
I think right now they're only doing $300 million in ad revenue. Big numbers, but they think they can be more.
Mm.
I think there has to be a solution if they want to keep Twitch free. And me being a proponent of Twitch, once again, I've always spoke highly of Twitch because I think it's the lesser of most of the evils that you can stream on in the current world. You got the lesser of most of our. Hey, thanks, Moon Queen. Speaking of bits, thanks, Moon Queen. Speak her name and she shall appear.
For her birthday, that was on Wednesday.
Yes, there's a lot of birthdays this week, I've noticed.
Yeah, there was. Shed ton of them. So
there's gonna have to be something's gonna have to break. Now, this could also be it's a little bit of a depressed advertising market right now. But in sense, I think, and that's going off the numbers of last year, I think you're going to see more advertising revenue come through on Twitch this year than last year, because there are a lot more people home to watch Twitch and to watch ads. Now, going forward, I think you're going to see mid-roll ads, whether they're controlled by that or in a different space, or there's like a specific ad area. It's going to happen because they want to generate more revenue. I just think that the fact that, remember, Twitch got a lot of shit, and what did they do?
Normally don't listen.
No, they pulled it. They pulled it.
Yeah. Well, they were just doing it as a test. That's the thing. They said they were doing it as an experiment. We want your feedback on it, and that's why I went. Well, I'd rather you didn't because of this. If you're because here from a point of view of someone who's an affiliate is to stop ads. You can either get your ad blockers, or you can sub to that person's channel. Because they don't do this on a person who is not affiliated. There's no adverts during mid-rolls or anything like that for someone who isn't affiliated, right? At the start, yeah, because ads are there. Ads are, commonplace. But to me, it just feels like they're trying to want me to push, let's say, Moon Queen, for example, in the chat. Hello. I'm trying to push us as streamers to go, oh, it's really great to have you here. By the way, sub. It just kind of feels that they're trying to push that to get more revenue out of people than watching adverts. Because again, watching adverts is small return for Twitch and Amazon on here than getting a thingy and getting a sub. That's like $2.50 straight away. That's the tier 1.
Not even that.
Compared to a few cents. Yeah.
Not even.
No.
Ready for this one? Ready for me to blow your mind?
Go on then.
If you've got Twitch Prime, you don't even need to pay that. So here's a solution. Here's another solution I just thought of for you, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Call me crazy. And maybe this is something Twitch could do. You know how we can do as streamers, pre-roll on ads, where we can say if we do pre-roll and when we bank enough ad rolls that there won't be any ads that show for a certain period of time.
Yep.
Take that idea and do it for bits donated for a person. If you're not subbed, but you donate 100 bits, then maybe they give you like half an hour of no ads. That way, if you do, because some people may not be able to sub to a streamer, but spending $2, like 99, like $1 on bits to get a certain amount of time freed from ads, it's a way to do it, and it's a way to control. It's a way for the user to control. Yes, are you having to monetize it? Absolutely, you are, but at least the user is in control. It's all about control. Essentially, it's about user saying, we don't want this. We want to be able to control when we want ads. Twitch saying, do this. Well, you give them alternatives. And then once again, if you keep the bit farming in, well, guess what? Do that as well. If you've watched ads to farm bits, have that or do that. Say like, okay, add this in. We'll even go even crazier here. Holy shit, let's go crazy. We're gonna little Bob Ross-ism here. Let's just paint another tree. Oh, let's just be crazy and give him another one right here because everybody needs a friend. We spoke about watching ads for bits, right?
Yeah.
Instead of watching, not only can you watch ads for bits, but you can watch those ads to bank up your pre-ad roll time for you as the user. So you can manually say, hey, guess what? I'm going to go into the stream and I'm going to watch these ads here. And if I watch 5 ads in a row, each one of those ads gives me 15 minutes. Boom. There's an hour and 15 minutes I don't have to watch ads now for because I watched them already. I chose when I can watch those ads. Take a system that you already have in place and then bank that. Because then if you go, we have mid-roll ads. Oh, great, mid-roll ads. But if you watch all of these ads in this time you want ahead of time, we'll bank up that time for you. You think people wouldn't do that? And plus, we'll give you 5 bits for every ad you watch? Where's the downside there? You choose, you get to watch the ads, bank up the time, and get bits that you can give to your favorite streamer. For that, Twitch gets their revenue. Essentially, if you're watching the ads, you're not giving that streamer the ad revenue. Twitch gets all the cut, but they're giving you bits to give to that streamer.
Yeah.
I think that's the win. I think that's probably the perfect solution. Is you there you go, right? Because then
I mean, It's an idea. It is an idea, and it's, you have to find that happy medium, because we as creators don't want people being annoyed, because it's not just Twitch they will have a go at. It's us too.
Mm-hmm. I admit,
And
we admit
it's not us controlling it.
we have ads on our stream. I
Mhm.
fully admit that. Believe it or not, because I mean, we don't shill. We rarely shill on this stream
These days.
these days. It's one of our. You're gonna laugh. It's like our second largest source of revenue on the stream. That's because we don't shill. We're not asking people every 10 minutes to sub for us. Hell, even our bot, it only wants you to join the Discord and look at our YouTube channel. We don't shill. We don't want to shill. We shill for charities. That's what we do. We love shilling for charities. We don't shill for us. And even when we do shill, we don't even tell you to shill for us. We tell you to shill for whoever you want, whoever you think deserves it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I have started the past week since all this came up in a way to try and stop the mid-rolls happening. Is when I log on, go live to do the starting soon part, is press the advert button, get a 67-second advert out in and out the way within the first sort of 5 minutes before I officially go live and start playing, in a way to try and counteract that. Because then, not only is it, if people are just starting to come in or not there, an advert, who's going to worry about that advert? Plus, it gives us an extra 20 minutes where it doesn't happen. Still get revenue for it. Okay, it's not much considering the only person that's probably watching it is this screen here. But
and that probably doesn't count towards the advert, the revenue.
Mm.
But that's okay.
Yeah. It's a workaround to try and get, this sort of thing not happening for people.
So the ultimate question is, chat, you tell us, or people who are listening, add us, tell us what you think would be your best solution. Now, I am going to preface one thing. No mid-roll ads is not the correct answer. Because we want to start a dialogue and find a happy medium. And I think that's the one problem I had because I saw this and I was reading it on Twitter and Reddit. That immediately, it's just like the immediate reaction of us as the community was like, fuck off, don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't anybody who was like, okay, you told them no, but you didn't tell them no but. You didn't give them, you just said no. You didn't offer some middle ground at start a dialogue. You just told Twitch fuck off, and Twitch went, okay, you're all right. But to them, they just be like, okay, so how do we still sneak this in at some point?
I mean, I thought I tweeted a good reason why it wasn't a great idea.
But did you offer a solution? Or did you?
Because again, to me, it's, I've seen people say, well, how about a banner? How about banners? And again, it's like a YouTube thing.
Yeah. That's what I said. Banner, upper right-hand corner.
Or I said, keep them in video on demands. Because video on demand has them.
Yeah. That's fine. Believe it or not, we get some of our revenue from people who watch our video on demand. That's like where I sit there, I'm like, where the hell is this ad revenue coming from?
Yeah.
Like, oh, people watch VODs. And then I go, people watch our VODs?
Adverts happen every 20 minutes, to round about that, on video on demand.
And Bout seems like you're musical, and I don't mind if it's new shows or game. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if the ads are targeted. There have been a handful of ads where I've thought this is actually interesting. But at the same time, Gillette man, do I look like I use a razor?
Yeah.
Dr. Lupo's a great guy. But really, do some market research. Also, can I just complain about one ad? I don't know if you're getting it, Will, but I'm getting it a lot. Dr. Squatch. the soap, like the natural soap company.
Must be a US thing because I'm getting a lot of Manscaped.
Yep, that too.
You know the one, the one with the shave your balls.
There's just the guy just like, man, I just got my thing from Manscaped and it is the bomb. And I'm like, dude, I don't need to know about that kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't want to know whether you're shaving your nutsack or not.
I mean, I appreciate that you're telling me that I can buy product to do that, but like, still, I just also found it funny because I've been on vacation, so we watched a lot of streaming TV because regular TV is shite. So Hulu was on a lot. It is just funny to watch the ads I get on Hulu. So I was getting like a Match.com ad.
Yeah.
But for men. So like he's like, I have my best friend here and I'm looking for one too. And I'm just there going like, this is my Hulu account. Why are they giving me ads for Match.com to try and match with men? And Kim's like, is there something you're not telling me? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Like, Amazon, I guess that's another thing we should talk about too. Like, Amazon advertises their own stuff on Twitch, so you're not getting. I mean, essentially, it's free advertisement for them, but at the same time, they're not getting any ad revenue. They're basically paying the creator to run the ad. Because they run the ad and you get the ad revenue off of it, but they don't. So they're basically paying you to run their ad. Which, once again, like I think that's also a part of like being not an affiliate, but whatever the partner. Like you can do that kind of stuff where they'll offer you bounties to do that. Be like, hey, run these ads for us or talk about this product, which is fine. And maybe if Amazon, I mean, because you see watch parties going on, maybe if Amazon brokers a deal where it's like you start seeing more sponsored content by partners, that's fine too, right? Because if Amazon brokers the deal and says like, you know, cuts the contract allowing like, I don't know, Gillette to have a shaving stream with Dr. Lupo where he just shaves on stream,
yeah,
that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with partners doing sponsored content.
As long as it's clear cut and it says hey, this is sponsored, then there's no problem there. It's when they try to hide the fact that it's a sponsored thing, that's when we go, oh, now hang on a minute. You know, keep it transparent.
I can tell you all for a huge thing. If we ever do a sponsor content, you guys will fucking know because we will be over the moon by the fact that we're doing sponsored content.
It's why over the past few weeks when I've done streams where I've been given codes, the first thing is, I have been given this. I did not pay for this. I am not sponsored by them, but thank you very much for the code. Let's try it.
Technically, you're not sponsored, but like once again, you received something for free. You should definitely let the people know. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm also a firm believer telling people I spent my own money on this for this shit, so let's fucking do it. Pip, motherfuckers.
Tally-ho, bitch tits. But speaking of this stuff, speaking of what Twitch was up to, and I mentioned this, they decided to do this during the PS5 showcase, and it's time to talk about the PS5 showcase because a lot happened from that, and there was a tremendous fallout afterwards. Some of it not great, some of it farcical, frankly. So let's get into it. The showcase happened on Wednesday. I know, James, you were watching it as well.
I did. Didn't get any ads.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
I watched it on Twitch. It's what I expected. I mean, I wasn't not surprised by it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. We knew going into this we were going to get the release date. We knew going into it we were going to get the price because on the blog, for one, they said this is going to be the last chance to show you stuff before the holiday 2020 release of the PS5. Ooh, big hint right there. Right? Big hint right there of what they were going to do with that.
And Xbox had already come out and like released their price, so it was all on Sony to do something.
Yep, had to be. Had to be. Now, started off strong. Started off very strong. Final Fantasy 16. I completely lost my mind that they were going to be doing that something that soon. And I'm like watching it going, what's this from Square Enix? Is it a Final Fantasy? Oh,
big.
I thought it was an expansion.
Yeah, no, but you thought it was an expansion because it's done by the guy who's directed the Final Fantasy, Yoshi P, who's done like the last 2 expansions, and is like really like pushed the game in a great direction. So people are like, holy shit, this is great. I thought maybe we were gonna see like a Final Fantasy 7 Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like remake part 2 like thing, but the fact that they went a whole new one, and yeah, so like Business Division 3 is an interesting division. So you're going to see a lot of kind of the story elements you're seeing from Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, brought forward into this.
Yeah, because currently Square Enix are working on 3 different Final Fantasies. 14, the 7 remake for part 2, if needed part 3, and without giving everyone the bird, Final Fantasy 16. I mean, to me, that started out strong. And then when we went further, didn't we?
Yeah. So, I mean, there were some great, and then they kind of went to like, okay. They also mentioned they have like a PlayStation Game Pass kind of thing, but it's not really a Game Pass. It's just like, these are a bunch of PlayStation 4 games that you're going to be able to play at launch. The upgraded versions of them. And
it was more sort of a thank you very much for being part of Plus. If you get in the PS5, here, have these. Fine. I'll have them. Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15, yes, please.
Yeah, it was like, great. Okay, perfect. I mean, this looks good. Mm. I mean, I'm not gonna say I was blown away. Then obviously, then they showed prices, which is exactly what we thought they would be. What did I thought it was going to be $50 cheaper for a disc, but it's $100 cheaper for the non-disc version. So now we have, and they're not limiting it. Where the Xbox Series
Series S is
a, I'm not going to say a gimped version, but a downgraded version of it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're talking PlayStation 5 conference.
And we will get to the Nintendo one as a brief.
There was a Nintendo conference?
There was Nintendo Direct the next day, but yeah, so anyway, so back to that. James, you hit the nail right on the head with the price point of $499 in the US. $449 in the UK. Pretty much bang on as well. The discless version, $399, is a good price. A very good price, because not only does it have a 1 terabyte hard drive in, which is about 883 gig when it comes down to it, because you obviously remove stuff for the operating system. It does have that. So it does. What else does it have? It has the graphics as well. So people go, well, what's the difference between the digital PS5 and the S? Well, one, bigger hard drive, and 2, and then the specifications, because they're saying that the Series S is more going to be like a sort of PS4 Pro thing, Xbox One X.
Yeah. And I know somebody had mentioned this, so I'll talk about this here. A lot of people are praising Xbox for having this option, because they're talking about, like, they talk about PC Master Race versus, PlayStation 5 versus Xbox, and they talk about gender equality in gaming, but they don't talk about financial equality in gaming. And like
Yeah.
that the Xbox is a good that one is a great way for people who don't have the means just to have one. And yes, that is absolutely a thing. And Microsoft should be happy, should be, the financed version of that Xbox for 24 we've talked about. Though you pay more over the period of time, it makes sense for somebody to be able to get into it and have it. It absolutely does. At the same time, too, you're not getting the bang for your, like if you're looking at what Sony did, Sony is going off the old model, but at the same time, it's like, they're not hurting you by getting a digital version. That's the other thing. Like they came out and said, listen, here's our main one, here's our digital one. If you wanted a digital one, you're not hamstringing yourself. You're not having to worry about upgraded graphics. It's the same console, just without a disc.
Yeah.
And if they come back and then they come in down the line and they create their S, they don't really have to create an S version. They just discount the PlayStation 4 Pro because they have that. They say, here, by the way, here's a disc. If they came out in, I don't know, Q2 of next year and said, here's a discless version of the PlayStation 4 Pro at roughly a competitive price to the Xbox Series S.
Yeah, if they'd went $200 with a PS4 Pro digital, I think they'd make a killing.
Yeah, they absolutely would. And then another thing that I heard a little bit about people complaining, and I kind of wanted to look at this, is they said, well, I don't want to get a PlayStation 5 because the launch titles don't look great. What's coming to PlayStation 5? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, they said, I'm going to buy a PlayStation 5 next year because you got freaking, guess what? Horizon Zero Dawn looks amazing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Coming to PS4.
Yeah, and coming to PS4.
That's fine.
Yeah, but do you want to play that game on PS4 or PS5?
I'll play it on PS5.
Because once again, what have I talked about with Horizon? I would have loved to have played that game on a system that was optimized for.
Yeah. And that's what it's going to be optimized for on consoles.
And let's be real here, people. All of the games that come out in this hybrid period, you want PS5. You want the next gen console because they're meant to be played on those ones. It's going to be nice, but you're going to be getting some stutter. The loading times are going to be shit, and you just know that.
Here's the thing, though, with people complaining about this, and this is the one thing I do want to defend Sony on, right?
Yeah.
And please feel free, Chris, to jump in as well for this part, because you remember when PS2 switched to PS3? You guys remember when 360 switched to Xbox One and PS3 switched to PS4? There were games that were transitional then. There were games that were on both formats then.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there a difference now between 4 and 5 saying, oh, they shouldn't be doing that. That makes no difference going for the PS5 now, these launch titles being on PS4. When they did it before, there's been no change.
There has, and for people complaining about this, I almost wanted to say, they're like, oh, I'm just going to get an Xbox because PlayStation has nothing. I'll be like, really? It's not like PlayStation pushed their biggest launch game title till 2021 and aren't telling us when they might release it. One of their flagship series.
Yeah.
Swept that one under the rug pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll just confirm PlayStation 5 and Xbox launch games. I'm going to talk about them. And some of these we know are going to cross, but these are confirmed. So they were part of it. PlayStation 5 launch games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yes.
Astro's Playroom.
Yes.
Demon Souls.
Yes.
Destruction. By the way, yeah, there's a Demon Souls remake.
Oh, does that look good? Oh, that looks very good.
No, it doesn't.
You don't think?
I don't like Dark Souls.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. I was going to say, yeah. You don't have to like it, but it's like it looks very nice. There was one bit though I did see that was glitched in that in the trailer for it.
It has the guy had infinite stamina.
No, when you plug the sword in and you put the person on the ground, you could see the sword through the body.
Hey, but you want to know what? That just means there may have been actual gameplay footage.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition Digital.
Yep.
Fortnite. Godfall. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Observer, System Redux, and Sackboy Adventure. Those are confirmed like PlayStation launch titles.
Also, Ratchet and Clank should be coming out as well.
Yeah,
from
they
what
said it's
else?
confirmed. Like, yeah, and then they kind of confirmed that around. That's like a different part, which is like coming to PlayStation 5 at or around launch. That's like a different category.
Yeah, we also got Watch Dogs Legion and Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
That apparently launch games as well.
yeah. Watch Dogs Legion, Ratchet and Clank, Oddworld, Marvel Avengers, the Maddens. You've also got COD. You know, all the ones you can expect there. Also, so yeah, and then they've also got the upgraded like the PlayStation Collection games that you can get for free for just having a PlayStation Plus. Battlefield 1, Batman Arkham Knight, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Last Guardian, Last of Us, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Uncharted 4, and Until Dawn.
Those grand titles.
There is it. I mean, between God of War and Persona,
yeah,
that's like probably about 200 hours of gameplay right there. Now, moving over to Xbox, games coming to Xbox Series X on November 10th at launch: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, FIFA 21, Fortnite, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Marvel Avengers, NBA 2K21, Observer System Redux, Tetris Effect Connect, Falconeer, Watch Dogs Legion, Yakuza Like a Dragon. And then they have games coming around there. They have, like, once again, the same things. They've got Control Unlimited Edition. They've got Call of Duty, Call of the Sea, Outriders, Overcooked, Rainbow Six Siege, which is going to be on both consoles. You know, unexplored. Like, there's nothing I'm looking at that makes me. If you're saying games, there's nothing between the two game wise that tells me I need to buy one or the other. So people bitching about PlayStation games, I'm like, there's not much difference. Both companies are relatively weak. I think Sony has the stronger launch titles.
There's 3 launch titles I want to get for the PlayStation.
Let me guess.
Technically 4. Technically there's a 4th. Because it comes out here the same day.
Ratchet
and Clank, yep.
Miles Morales? Spider-Man?
Yep.
I don't know the other two.
The other 2, right, there is, so Ratchet and Clank, Sackboy,
okay,
and Spider-Man. The 4th one, which comes out, as I say, on the same day as we get the PlayStation 5, Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah, Cyberpunk.
Which I think I've already got. I'm sure. I was saying to you yesterday, it's like when I was looking, because I'm thinking of pre-ordering it this week, and my mind went, "Are you sure you've not already pre-ordered it already?" And it's sort of, have I?
I stare at Cyberpunk every day in my Steam library and just go, soon.
Did I not pre-order this at Eurogamer last year?
Maybe.
Because I seem to remember having a conversation with you, and I seem to be excited about it, saying I pre-ordered it. I just can't remember. I'm going to have to wait now and see whether I get it on the November 19th. If not, I'll have to go get it on the 20th. But yeah, I'm sure I have.
The Steam page says it's coming out November 18th.
Oh,
on PC. It's probably midnight.
Yeah. And then on the Xbox side of things, you said Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
So, oh, hello.
Guess what? Also comes out in PC. And by the way, let's also talk about something. One other thing before we wrap up this whole PlayStation conversation. Well, 2 other things. Number 1, God of War Ragnarok, 2021.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, like you have to say, Xbox, and once again, it's the two different directions that Xbox and Sony are going. Xbox wants to give you all the games that you didn't play. Sony is giving you new shit next year. And the thing is, like, you're telling me, oh, next year I'm going to get Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War?
Yeah.
And the other cool thing, and this is why I wanted to do it, did you notice something that Sony was doing at the bottom of all of their trailers?
Yep. A lot of it was also on PC.
Console exclusive. It was console exclusive to PlayStation 5, but also on PC. Now, that may mean that it's a timed exclusive on console and then it releases on PC, but we saw that for Final Fantasy 16.
Mm-hmm.
I think
the one for Demon Souls was a bit of a hash up, apparently.
Yeah, Demon Souls, it was human error. I think they had... I don't think they necessarily knew that they were going to release it for PC until later. Yeah. So I think they put it on and just didn't take it off when they found out.
But that's kind of a big... That's very much a big deal. And I think you'd all agree with me on that, is that, like, it's... Like, Sony is, like, making a point to also make sure that their games are coming to PC, probably through Steam, because, yeah, it's Steam. Steam kind of is the place to get PlayStation games right now, and also Microsoft games. They're kind of all going through them, and I'd like to think they've been pretty successful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Overall, so I think if we're talking about press conferences, I'm giving it probably a B+. And the reason I'm giving it a B+ is that, like, there wasn't anything, like, an A for me, an A was Keanu Reeves coming out during Cyberpunk and saying, "What's up, people? I'm in the fucking game." That's an A+. Like, you weren't expecting it. It came out of nowhere, and it was just a holy shit moment, right? Like,
right.
It doesn't get better than that. Like, the hype levels peak there. This is a B+ because it's what I expected. The price point's where I expected it to be. The release date is where I expected it to be. And they hype me up with some games that I'm not going to be able to play right away, but in the future, which look really cool. And some games that launch that look interesting. So for me, it's like, yeah, could be fun. This could be good. I'm excited for this release. But it's everything I expected. So you met my expectations. Releasing 2 days after Xbox in the United States. Some people are like, oh, Xbox getting the leg up. I really don't think it's going to mean much.
It will probably be more of a leg up over here than it will be there, because 2 days is 2 days.
It's Tuesday versus Thursday.
Yeah, and it's in plenty of time to get some deals out for Black Friday.
Yep. And
because
here's the other thing. In the United States, you want to know why I think it's actually better that it's released on the 12th? Chris, what's typically Thursday in the United States?
Thanksgiving, isn't it?
No. Thursday the 12th. What typically happens on Thursdays in the United States?
Jack Dick.
Well, it leads into Friday.
Yeah. Jack Dick happens on Thursday.
Well, no. Payday. People get paid on Thursdays and Fridays.
Thursdays and Fridays. Yeah, the core thing is Fridays.
Yeah.
But Jack Dick happens on Thursdays, so you can grab things and be hyped the whole day leading up.
But you'll know your budget. You'll have a budget. Like, if you're releasing on Tuesday, that's like 2 extra days. There's 3 extra days you have the budget for. If you're on a Thursday, you can, like, people get paid. I know when we worked at Staples, we got paid on Thursdays.
I got paid on Fridays.
I got paid on Thursdays.
That's so weird. I've always been paid on a Friday.
There have been times where I've been paid on Thursdays. So it just gives you an idea, like, you know, paid on Friday or paid on Thursday. Like, you're closer to payday.
Yeah, either way, you're right next to payday. So you when you budget for if you're paid on Fridays, you're budgeting for the whole week and then getting the PS4. Or if you get paid on Thursday, you have a fresh paycheck.
Mm-hmm. Also, I mean, there's the whole, like, you know, pre-order thing, but
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second because I went one slightly better, and I know we discussed this sort of offline, but I thought it was an A minus. It was an A minus, and the reason I gave it an A minus rather than anything higher was two game related reasons. One, Fart Shite was on there. Don't want it.
Fart Shite was on the Xbox One too. Let's be fair.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, but we knew that was probably going to come anyway to next gen because it's still a moneymaker, even if we can't stand it. So they didn't need to put that on there at all. And the other, down to bad timing, considering the news that week from a certain author and her opinions, which are not going down well with a lot of people. Either way, and it's causing a lot of controversial sort of sidings. Hogwarts Legacy. And that's all we need to say, really.
I should mention, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but don't worry, Will, it's nothing to get us demonetized or anything, all right? If you divorce the game from the content from the person who created the original property, it doesn't look that bad. Right?
No, that's fair. I mean, again, it's just something we talked about last week with Ubisoft, wasn't it? It's the same thing. Can we, still look and go, okay, we'll buy it, but are we happy to do that? If you don't want to buy it because of said person and their legacy, that's fine. If you want to buy it because, again, you don't like her, but you think, well, the IP she created is actually quite good and I like it, that's fine.
We won't judge you.
No.
Which title was this? My brain totally shut off.
There's a new Harry Potter game coming
Legacy.
out.
Oh. Yeah, well, whatever.
I mean, I don't necessarily endorse her opinions at all because, people should be able to be how they want to be. As long as you're not a complete arsehole, abusive, or, killing people.
Yeah, so long as you're not doing harm to others.
Exactly. Then be who you want to be.
Exactly.
So that wraps up the news.
Yep.
Can we talk about the pre-orders just briefly?
Go ahead, because I didn't, so I haven't been involved in that fiasco.
Jeff Keighley. Thank you, Jeff Keighley. Do you know his best mates with Hideo Kojima, by the way?
I heard this someplace.
Because it was news to me that he said this, but
probably news to Potato too.
Yeah, it's like, huh? Hideo's got his radar on again. It's like, people talking about me. Huh? Straight after the show, the one thing that they didn't put on the showcase, and one thing again that Microsoft was a little bit iffy about at first until after the leak and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Pre-orders. Sony didn't say about how the pre-orders are going to work. Now, in July, on the showcase that Jeff Keighley did, Eric Lampel was on there and said, don't worry, we will not give this to you last minute. We will give you time. We will let you know in advance. Jeff Keighley tweeted almost immediately after the showcase went down with, and one other thing about pre-orders, ... And we're like, oh yeah, what's happening? And it's Sony comes up and goes, well, we're going to be doing it at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Shit. Okay, and some of it wasn't even that specific. They just said as early as tomorrow. But then some companies in the States, Walmart in the States, Game over here, decided, oh, no, we'll do it now. And released their online orders straight away. So you're looking at this as around about 10 o'clock at night here, and people are starting to see pre-orders go up. And then Amazon didn't say when they were going to, because, we heard rumors they're going to be 8 a.m. So I had to get up for 8 a.m. to see that. And then they went, oh, no, we're doing it at 9. There was just a complete fiasco of what was happening with the pre-orders. It was almost like, to me, it feels like Sony saw what Xbox were doing with theirs and went, shit, how do we get the jump on them? And it was a rush job. Because Gio, who works for a named brand of computer game stores, hi Gio, he was there talking to his boss. He left the store, was on the way home when the news broke of what was going, had to go back. Couldn't get it, and because of the fiasco, he couldn't get his there. Bad form, Sony. Bad form. Whereas Microsoft, and this is a little bit of PSA for people if they are here over the next couple of days, Microsoft, theirs are going at 8 a.m. in the UK. I believe it's around about the same Eastern, or is it 11 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday? And they've released a load of stores, a list of stores. And it seems to me they've got their heads on their shoulders for this one. They've actually, looked at doing this properly. Because there's a shed ton of store names of where you can get them. It just feels more organised. But yeah, that's all I need to say about the pre-orders. Any other bits of news?
I think we covered it.
Fair. I mean, Nintendo did a direct, but I didn't see any of it.
I didn't see any. And hang on, Nintendo Direct. Here we go. It's The Verge. One's a spin-off. Blah 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 blah. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is coming back to the Switch. Monster Hunter Rise. So they're getting their own version of Monster Hunter. Fitness Boxing 2 is coming, and The Long Dark is going to Switch. Balan Wonderworld, that weird action platformer that they showed that looked extremely unoptimized. The farming part RPG. There's like a mixed game called Rune Factory 5 is coming to the Switch, and that was it. So yeah, Switch being Switch, man. There you go. There's your thing. God, already? I missed those. Oh, those are famous bots.
Mm-hmm. Shoo bots. Sure, go away.
What are they trying to talk to us about?
They're asking if we want to become famous.
Oh, well, not really.
Not really, no. There's too much work.
It is a lot of work to be famous.
I was actually watching a show over my vacation, and they had one of the greatest quotes I've had about being famous. There's this girl who's a model, and they're like, so what are you, and then she's part of a football club, and they're like, what are you famous for? She's like, well, I'm kind of famous for being almost famous. And then everybody's like, they're going like, yeah, that's a thing now, isn't it? It's literally the Kardashians. They're famous for being almost famous.
What a world we live in.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Shout-outs?
moving on.
What we've been
Moving
playing.
on to what we're playing, yeah.
Okay.
Crispy old Mucker, seeing as you have slipped in.
Oh, years of course.
Just slid into our DMs.
I slipped right into everyone's DMs. What I've been playing, I've been playing just some casual League of Legends with friends. Nothing intense, just some humble gameplays. A fair amount over the Minecraft. 2 different mod packs, one that I play for relaxation, and one that I am, I believe, 21 days in. Where's my post-it? I'm sorry, 30 days, a little over 30 days in. The last notes are 28, 29, craft basic shit in all caps, scribbled very hastily. It takes up like 8 lines. I have actually a board covered in notes. So I'll write the notes onto a lengthy sticky note with lines on it. And then I'll post it on the wall. Oh, hey, 34. Grew plus wheat for 30. 31 is digging. 32 is lions. And then I can't read this. 33 is building ground 4. 31 is walls. Those are my notes, by the way. they slowly become more and more illegible over time. Everything is being recorded as well with that one, and it is live. And I'm intending to go for 365 in-game days. Live 1 year in Minecraft. And that'll be continuing later on tonight, I believe, because we don't have first New World. We don't have New World. That's next week.
That's next week.
So it'll be continuing later tonight. And you can find me here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 UK time. Now, I've also been poking around in another mod pack that is just delightful. It's a lot more farming, and it's a lot more just varying oddball things, technologies and magic, and that's fun. But that's just a little bit of, kick back and relax.
It's relax craft instead of Minecraft.
Exactly. Yeah. Calm craft. And that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Nice. How about yourself, James? What have you been playing while you've been on vacation?
Nothing.
If at all. Nothing at all.
I was on vacation. I did Austria practice yesterday in F1.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, nothing to write home there. Come tomorrow at it. There's no race tomorrow, is there, Will?
No, there is no race.
I woke up this morning expecting to watch practice, and there wasn't any practice.
Felt weird, didn't it? It's like, wait, what? There's no race. Oh shit! Yeah, no race this weekend. So
11 tomorrow, maybe earlier.
Yeah, let me know if you want to go earlier. I don't mind.
Yeah, so we're gonna be racing Austria. Daytona. No, not yet. Big race. Probably gonna sign a new driver, and we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. And I will let you know how practice went. Splanata.
Nice. Because I won the Austrian Grand Prix. We can say that because it's been released last week.
Yeah.
So you got to follow in my footsteps, matey.
So no pressure. I did when I drove my lap in anger, as what we're calling what is it? That's the qualifying pace.
Yep.
When I drove my lap in anger, I looked at the bottom where you go where you look at the race time, and I had the theoretical best time on track. Yeah. So I think it was like a 1.0897.
Wow.
Around Austria.
Yeah.
So pretty easy. I don't think I braked once. It was just gas all the way. And it was funny because I was following when I did my flying lap, and I got to the start line, and Hamilton was on turn 3. I could see him taking turn 3 because you go up the hill and you see it there.
Yeah.
By the end of my qualifying lap, I had caught him down the start straight.
Wow.
I don't know, but I think he may have just came out of the pits, so he was just like warming up. But I was driving like a man possessed. Though this is going to be an interesting one, people, because I have crashed twice in practice, and they weren't nice crashes; they were violent, like front wing destroying violent.
But you'd rather do it there than in qualifying on a race.
Yeah, Splanada, no Splanada.
So then you're pushing, you're trying.
See, Will wasn't there, so I'd say, "Hello, James. This is James. We are looking at alternate strategies. Please do not spin."
Hi, James. We have a 5-second penalty that we will
Whatever you do, do not spin, comrade. No matter what you do, no splanata.
Kvyat wasn't there. I didn't see Kvyat anywhere.
No, it's your internal monologue.
Exactly.
This is other James.
If you spin, you'll become the whole embarrassment of Russia. Do not do
This is not the League of Legends. You do not spin to win. You spin to lose.
Actually,
Are you a loser, James? No, you're not a loser. You are a fast boy. You go fast.
My internal monologue is more like, "Don't pull a Vettel. Don't pull a Vettel.
Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up.
Don't pull a Vettel. Don't pull a Vettel. Don't pull a Vettel."
Oh no!
That was me in the wet. Remember when we did Spain in the wet? It was like, "Oh no 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 no
Oh no!
And Will's I distinctly remember Will saying, "James, stop doing that. You're going to give me a heart attack." And he was watching it. Let alone not the guy driving it. It's like, that's the wall. That's pretty close. That's closer than it should be.
Ooh, that's getting a bit tight there. Oh no.
Yeah, so come tomorrow to watch me yeet it around a racetrack. It's usually pretty fun. We usually take the piss, especially if I get into a big lead. It usually then just becomes like me talking to. It usually just becomes us talking to chat because I'm just yeeting it around the course, and then I go and I practice my passing maneuvers on the rear gunners.
And then also tomorrow, don't forget, James is going to be absolutely upping the difficulty.
Yep, we're upping the difficulty by a couple points.
So get ready for those punterinos.
Because when you're beating the world champion Lewis Hamilton's AI by a second on the harder compound of tires, you maybe time. And our car is not good. Let's put it this way, though. It does raise an interesting question that we can talk about before we go into what you've been playing, Will. Do we qualify on the mediums?
If you're fast enough, then yes, because then you can change your strategy up a bit, so you can be on the faster tire at the end.
It's 45 laps. It's 45 laps. No rain.
Yeah.
Moon, there's not a lot of wall. Like, the one place you can hit the wall, I hit the wall. There's a sharp right-hand turn with the walls kind of right there. And I went hard on the power when I shouldn't have. And the thing spinata'd and I destroyed the wing. That's what happened. That's like the one place you could actually hit the wall there. Everything else is pretty wide open. It's going to be fast. Like, it's a fast circuit for sure.
Oh, the A1 ring, or the Red Bull ring as they call it these days, is proper fast.
Expecting qualifying. I mean, like, I did my qualifying pace at like, I think I broke one. I was like 107 was my was like my lap in anger, which is, it's fucking rapid. I mean, we're doing laps in just over a second. There's 45 laps, so you're probably expecting about a 50-minute race. Tomorrow.
Which is good. That's a good speed.
Which I can tell you. The other thing, though, as much as we talk about this is a fast course, and you don't have to race, you have to concentrate. This I realized, like, this course is, it's not like France, where it's just like, go fast, turn, oh, little chicane, right angle turn, go straight, right angle turn, go straight. It's not that. Like, there's a lot of zips and zoops and zops you got to handle.
Yeah, this one will bite you, but will reward you if you do work very well. If you concentrate and give it the respect, because it's a fast track. There's only 11 turns, technically 10, because one isn't a turn; it's more of a gesture.
And there's 3 DRS zones, I think.
Yes, front straight, turn between turns 1 and 3, and between turn 3 and 4.
Yep, 3 DRS zones. And then it's pretty much like you have one right angle turn, and then it's just hammer down for like the rest of the lap.
Yeah, then whoop.
That's it. That's F1 strategizing with James. Also, I did play a little Football Manager. I think that there's something like 9. I have like 5 games left in the season, undefeated in every championship still. So I think we've drawn 9 games in all competitions all season.
Nice.
So that once that ends, I'll probably do a wrap up video, and then do a video that's like, this is the save 5 years in the future. What did this team do? What did they do 10 years in the future? Because that's something I can just set to go and then walk away from. But that's it. That's all I've been playing.
Nice. Well, this week for myself, if you want to catch the stuff that I have been streaming, then that'll be going up on the YouTube channel a bit later on tonight, around about 8 o'clock-ish, when it will start going up. The stuff that I didn't play on stream, there's a game called Assetto Corsa, which I kind of played some more of today to get through the career mode a little bit. It's racing, it's more simulation racing. Not quite Formula One in terms of cars, but you get different specifications, different leagues. I've been throwing the Lotus cars around Silverstone mostly, which has been quite nice. Progressing through. Fantastic. So more tomorrow morning and the Sunday service. I've been playing a little bits of like Word Maze, get a few more bits of those done. Tried again with some more Super Mario Brothers on the DS. Yeah, I'm struggling with that last world. But again, it's a platformer and does get harder. So what do I expect, eh? What do I expect? Been actually having a lot of fun on other people's streams this week with Fall Guys. I was on Letitia Lemons on Thursday when I didn't feel like streaming myself because I was a bit tired after all the kerfuffle with staying up to about 3 a.m. watching J-Dub try to finish Black Mesa off, which Planet Zen. Boy, they've increased the size of that compared to, the Half-Life. But yeah, that's a game in itself. So it's up to them. And then we've getting up about 7, so only about 4 hours sleep tops. Kind of fucked me over a little bit when my body was like, no, you're too tired, no, don't do anything. So I only felt up to being on Letitia's stream for some Fall Guys, which was a laugh. And also FemFoxes last night. Yeah, FemFoxes started doing some community streams, which is awesome to see.
Hell yeah.
Because she's wonderful. I was like, yeah. And then there was a game I was given, and even though I heard how it's pronounced, it just went in one ear and out the other. The game is called The Dungeons of Nahulbeuk. Pronounce the spelling for you: Naheulbeuk. It's based on a French game, and it's a tactical RPG. Fantasy one where you have up to, I believe it's 7 characters you can control. Very, very, very XCOM. You might like this, James. I mean, the script is brilliant for what I played about. I played about an hour. You've got an elf who's a bit thick and airheaded. You've got a very grumpy dwarf. You have Felicia Day as the wizardess.
Oh, I've heard about this game. Yep.
Yeah, it is. It from the hour I played of it, I actually quite like it. I do quite like it. I mean, tutorial wise was mainly what I was in for the hour, so it is a bit, it's a bit in depth for that. But once you figure it out and get the controls right, you go, oh, nice. I quite like it. It was fun. So I think you guys should get it because I think it'll be right up your street. For yourself for the RPG element, Chris, and the script, and for James because it's practically Fantasy XCOM.
I've been burned by that before, Will.
But this one you may have to trust me on.
Okay.
You may have to trust my judgment on this one.
Send links.
I will indeed send a link to you. I will get the video from YouTube. I'll post it in the admin, and then I'll get you to see how much it is in the States for you on Steam.
Also, in about 15 minutes, Britain qualifying is going up for you, Will.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
And then the race tomorrow at noon, US.
Cool. So you can see
Let
how
Michael
well I
know.
did. Yeah, Michael will see it. He will see it. What's that mean? Queen saying?
She's got a bunch of games she's playing. Idle Miner Tycoon, Hearthstone, Pokemon Masters, EX, Mario Kart Tour, as well as Obey Me, which is I'm guessing a Tomy game. A lot of mobile games I'm seeing there, Moon. But I can understand that. Mobile games are kind of a thing right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you're going to say?
I don't play any, but those are games. We recognize them as games.
Yes.
Yeah. They are still games. So, that's pretty much what I've been playing this week. Could talk about the shout-outs and pimp-outs now, because we do have a little bit extra on the Extra Life bit.
Ooh.
Yes, we do have milestones. Let me see. There was one. I was asked by Mook, who joined me on my birthday stream last Sunday, about doing this, because Twitch Sings is being shut off on January 1st. To do a Yorkshire Trader one night only. A special stream where I am the Yorkshire Trader, joined by her and Robin.
Excuse me.
So I went, yeah, I'll do that. And then I thought, oh, I'll do it as a milestone for Extra Life. So if we hit $2,500, that will happen. If we hit $3,000, James here has said he would play Dark Souls 3 for 2 hours.
Yeah.
If we hit 5K, I will be getting my ass handed to me on Street Fighter 5 by Tom, because I said I'd take up his challenge on a stream one morning. And there is also the little small matter of F1 2018 that us three will be playing. So if you want to see us do any of those, please donate to our Extra Life channel.
Make me regret it. That's all I'm saying is make me regret it. 3,000 for Dark Souls 3. Whether I and this is gonna be just me playing the game. Like, once again, I have no knowledge of this game. I've only watched people speedrun this game, so it's okay. A naked guy with a giant club on a dance pad beating this game. Right? That's my knowledge of Dark Souls.
I won't be helping him in the form of knowledge, but I will likely be available for summons in a pinch, so that the game can keep progressing.
I think maybe just your running commentary would be better.
Yeah, and I will be around just to take the piss.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that's what I'm expecting, because it's not gonna be good. Sounds like a challenge game. Make me regret it. That's what it is, a challenge. Make me regret making that a goal. That's my line.
Basically, what I'll be doing is I'll be providing support in the form of, if you've tried to solo the boss, X number of times, depending on the difficulty of the boss, and I'll have an understanding of that. But I'll let you know when my summon sign is down for you to have the option.
Yeah.
So we can keep progressing, and this
it
way
may
you don't
be
get
something
stuck
like
sitting
I
one boss for
donate
the entire time.
$5 for every time I have to summon Chris.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's a good idea.
So it's like, when I need help, I have to.
You have to pay for it.
I have to pay for it. So there we go. There you go. Make us regret these. That's all I have to say. Make us regret these.
So I think that's it. Unless you guys got any pimp outs or shout outs at all. I mean, chat, thank you very much again.
All right. Call it a show.
Yeah.
Done.
He's been Will. I've been James. It's the coffee night.
Hey!
Hey!
I finally settled on naming my channel because I can't just be the coffee night.
Yeah. Moon Queen, it's not going to be $5 for every time I die. I would be broke.
Oh yeah, no.
It's not.
I did a quarter for every time I died in Bloodborne, and boy oh boy oh boy, that rang me up a pretty penny.
Yeah. No. I will not be doing deaths because I will die a lot. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna be when I have to seek help.
It was such a good idea you saying that, Chris, for that I went for 25 cents for every trophy, but $5 if I get a platinum.
Yes. Help us part with our money, everybody. We'll see you next time. Enjoy it. We'll hopefully see you tonight for It's Coffee Night playing Minecraft. Tomorrow for F1 Racing with me and Will. And Will also has the Sunday service before that. So do that. Enjoy them. We'll see you. Enjoy your day, your weekend, your night, whatever time of day, place, or whatever you're listening to this or watching this or VODing this. Or also, if you're listening to us on Alexa, buy toilet paper. Alexa, buy toilet paper. Google, buy toilet paper. Google, buy toilet paper. You're welcome. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye!